All right, well, some new numbers crunched by Forum Research out this morning finds that 1 year out from the next municipal election, Mayor Olivia Chow would receive the support of about 36% of voters, and former Mayor John Tory is tracking not too far behind. Okay, so let's talk more about what's taking shape, what could be telling, these numbers could be telling us. Lorne Bozinoff of Forum Research is joining us this morning. Lorne, good to see you this morning and talking about this. It's a year out. A lot of people say, you know, a week is a long time in politics. So is a year. But just when you take a look at these headline numbers this morning from your poll, what does this tell you about what kind of a race we could be seeing?
So in one way, it's going to be like the last race a couple of years ago. Olivia Chow is in the lead currently. She's got 36% of the projected vote. And she won last time by about 37%. Really, it's a repeat. And then everybody else falls off from that. Now, of course, John Tory didn't run last time. But even with John Tory in the race, Olivia Chow is going to win this if it's a long ballot and lots of people are running.
That's what I was going to say. What we sort of seemed to see last time was we had, you know, Brad Bradford, Anna Bailau, Mark Saunders, Anthony Furey, John Tory. The sort of the list of center/center right was kind of, it seemed, split a lot of votes, and Mayor Chow was ultimately able to become the victor in part because of that. So. But you've also drilled down on a head-to-head battle, John Tory versus Olivia Chow, Brad Bradford versus Olivia Chow. I think our audience would be curious to hear what you found there.
So we did what we call trial heats, where it's just sort of one-on-one, Chow versus, first of all, John Tory, and he'd win handily, 48%. That's a huge, huge jump for him. He's at 30% otherwise when everyone else is running. We look at Chow versus Brad Bradford. Big surprise here. He actually beats her by 2 points. Now, statistically, that's a tie.
Yeah.
It's within the margin of error, but that's pretty impressive. He did run last time, and he was way down. He came in like in 8th of this long list of people running. So he's really, really improved himself, and is a challenger to Chow if no one else runs.
I suppose that's a big thing, is if no one else runs. Does this say to you, Lorne, it's interesting because a lot of younger voters seem to be the main supporters of Olivia Chow. Is that going to be her focus then, do you think, for the next year, is shoring up that base? Or do you think she has to try to attract that older voter that seems more keen for the more center-right potential candidate? You
know, no matter how you cut it, she's got the younger vote, I think. The battleground will be in Scarborough. And this is where Chow gets into trouble. She can beat Bradford, and she can beat Bailau in Scarborough, but when John Tory's in the race against her, he does well in Scarborough also. Scarborough's going to be the battleground in this. The rest of the city is pretty well defined. North York and Etobicoke tend to lean center-right. The former city in East York and York, they tend to vote center-left. The battle is going to be Scarborough, and that'll be the opening. Whoever challenges Chow, they've got to win Scarborough.
Right where we're sitting right now.
Right where we are.
Exactly.
Right here.
It's interesting, Lorne. You know, we talk a lot about name recognition being enormous in municipal politics. Olivia Chow, clearly long track record at multiple levels of government. John Tory, of course, has a former mayor. He's got that recognition. Brad Bradford, you highlight, he finished sort of well back last time out here, but in the last 6, 7, 8 months, he's kind of been all over the city, not just focusing on his ward, but he's trying to boost that recognition. It's pretty clear, isn't it?
Yeah, he's almost the leader of the opposition to Chow's city council. So, and he's playing the long game because he started this right after the last election, getting himself out there, getting that name recognition, and it's paid off. So now we have them tied in a head-to-head race. But all that exposure has paid off for him.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch, and this sort of sets the table now for our viewers as we're about a year out from the next election. Lorne, I'm sure we'll be talking more between now and then, but thanks for breaking these numbers here on CP24 Breakfast. Good to see you this morning. Nice to see you.